We need to adapt as well as mitigate, but we need to also be realistic about the fact that some things, if we allow this insanity to continue, using the sky as an open sewer.
Al Gore says the world is using the atmosphere as an open sewer. Well, we found where the city of Belém and the United Nations are using a poor community here as their own open sewer, a real garbage dump. I'm Sheila Gunn-Reid for Rebel News. I'm here in Belém, Brazil. I'm covering the United Nations Climate Change Conference. If you'd like to see and support our important independent journalism, please go to rebelun.com. Now, right now, I'm standing beside something I've been calling for the entire week a digital rape whistle. These are in the touristy areas of Belém, Brazil. And there's a button here that you can press if you need help. Why? Because this is actually one of the most dangerous cities in the world. And today, my videographer behind the camera, Kian Simone, and I, we did something pretty dangerous. We went into a community called a favela. They are what the left might call irregular communities. There's no sanitation. There's very little electricity. They're not hooked to the sewer system. And they really don't own the land, so if the city wants to come in and bulldoze the land to build something, well, that's just how it goes. We went to a community called Vila da Barca. Why? Because we saw local Instagram videos where the locals were complaining about the United Nations using this community as their own personal garbage dump. Now, there have been complaints for years that the richer parts of Belém have been routing their sewage through this community and out into the bay, making the water completely unusable and dangerous for the people that live there. We did definitely see evidence of that, but we were looking for something else. We heard that the United Nations had been dumping their construction garbage in this community. Wouldn't you know it, we found the dump site that the United Nations is using. Now, I'm not somebody who believes in the term environmental racism, or I haven't been, actually. You know, it's usually used to describe oil and gas companies trying to give Indigenous people well-paying oil and gas jobs in their communities. But I think this is real environmental racism. This is a poor community. It's largely mulatto, it's mixed race, and they don't have any power. And the very powerful world's elites have decided to hide their environmental carnage inside of their community, and they don't have any power to stop them. This is real journalism that the journalists inside of the climate change conference refuse to do because it doesn't fit the narrative, and they're too scared to do it. But we went to this community to show you the truth about how much of a bunch of hypocrites the United Nations really is. For Rebel News here in Belém, Brazil, I'm Sheila Gunn-Reid. I'm proud of the journalism we did today. I think it is real important journalism to expose the United Nations for their hypocrisy, dumping their garbage in a poor community here in Belém, Brazil. If you agree with me and you'd like to support our work, please go to rebelun.com.